What's a scam that people think isn't a scam? Supplements or drinks that remove toxins from your body. Your body already does that. Anything that mentions toxins or cleanse is almost certainly bullshit. Yes, and sadly, people have been falling for it for a super long time. The auction websites where items apparently sell for way under market value, like a PS5 going for $5. The thing is, you do actually pay $5 for a PS5 if you win. That's not the scam. The scam is that you have to pay for bids. You'll buy a set of bids for say $50. Then you'll just never win a bidding war, or it'll take way more bids than you thought it would. I'm sure the websites themselves have fake users that are guaranteed to win, as well, so it's just farming bids, which is farming your money. If you get hooked, just like any other type of gambling, they will ring you for thousands and thousands of dollars in bids, while you win nowhere near that value of the bids. I always wondered how those sites worked. That makes complete sense. Long time ago my friends and I caught one coming online. They had a bunch of stuff they basically handed away and gave away free bids if you posted about it: iPads, Xboxes, laptops, etc. Within about 3 months it started to become impossible to win anything, but we got stuff for dirt cheap to show that average people win stuff. For one of the first ones to come online they gave you 50 free bids, 50 cents worth, for signing up. My friend and I made a bot to register accounts and apply bids. We never won a single thing, lol. A lot of them also have bots to bid last second to get people to buy more bids. I'm betting they use bot bids until the item has earned the desired price. Yeah, they sell a TV for $6.32 you can buy at Walmart for $200. Meanwhile they just made $500. Okay, so I actually did these penny bid sites in college. I remember vividly feeling like one day I was going to get lucky, so after spending maybe $100 I ended up winning an iPad, probably Gen 1 or 2 at that time. So pumped. But it literally was beat to hell, clearly not new. I complained to customer service to send me a refund, so they sent me a Visa card with the value of the iPad instead. I also did win a wireless Apple keyboard. Not saying the site is at all legitimate, but these companies probably got their merchandise pennies on the dollar. Yeah, probably spent about $150 to $200 total. It is addicting. A lot of bodybuilding supplements and the influencers selling them. Liver King is full of absolute shit. That dude is on so much gear. That's what a non-primal would say. That the Better Business Bureau is part of the government and has any power to resolve fraud and other issues, rather than what it is, which is a private marketing firm. Let's add the US Chamber of Commerce to this. People think it's some government agency. Yup, people get this confused with the Department of Commerce pretty consistently. Those bingo games that supposedly make you money. When I worked at Taco Bell, 2 of my managers would always play those kind of games. In order to win you have to pay for currency to use in order to play bingo. They were paying $20 to win $5. I was selling pull tabs at a bingo game the other day. This lady probably bought 700 pull tabs for $1 each. At the end of the night one of them won her $300 in a raffle, and this lady was so excited. You could clearly tell she wasn't smart enough to do the math and realize how much she had lost. She really thought she was up $300 overall. Her joy wasn't that she's up $300, her joy was that she wasn't down $700. True Dagon Mindset. I know it very well. A gambling addict plays for the thrill much more than for money. I had a friend that told me he would go to play poker until he lost his money because he never felt good enough until he lost. He knew he was winning or losing at any point, but he needed that feeling of falling off the cliff. That's fucking insane. To add on, the sinking off the cliff feeling you get, while awful, is equally as stimulating as a dopamine rush, and when you're depressed and or addicted it can be enough just to feel anything. Can confirm. In my darkest depression days I struggled to feel joy, but I could still feel disgust and hate, and looking online I sought it out to feel something. I wasn't that way personally, but I've known people that felt addicted to expressing rage. When I'm feeling very depressed and self-destructive I watch horror movies. I hate them. I think the true joy was the dopamine rush of winning. Gambling is an addiction and it's sad. I think they know they are down $400, but the rush of winning a large chunk, $300, was worth it, like a jonesing junkie getting that first hit. They know it's a problem, but that's what their brain is craving. I've known several people with this addiction, and it's so sad. They are paying to get a hit fix, not to make cash. I forget who said it, but the draw of gambling isn't winning. It's the split second when the dice is in the air before it lands and time stops and everything feels possible. It's that little momentary escape from life, over and over and over. That's really what's being chased. They've done brain scans and found the reward center lights up just as much during the time right before the game or race is called as it lights up when they win. So the high from the anticipation is just as good as the high from winning, and the brain only cares about that high on a base existential level because just like drugs, it's hijacking a survival reward system for recreation, and after a while the brain can't tell the difference because it's built to trust those chemical responses over everything else for its survival. Vision insurance. It is an eye doctor coupon you pay for in advance to get your one discount to use each year to bring inflated prices back to normal. So random trick we do at the eye doctor. We tell them we don't have insurance, they then give you store discounts. Then I just submit the receipt for reimbursement to my insurance. My daughter's contacts and appointment this year, I was only out of pocket $17 after I got the insurance check. Only catch is you have to be able to pay the cost up front, and wait for 6 weeks for reimbursement. If I would have used my insurance in the store, my total was like $120 after insurance. Super weird. Haha, I am an eye doctor. If I were your eye doctor, I would be happy that you did this. You processed the claim yourself. That saves the business money. You waited for 6 weeks for the check. Usually the business has to wait for the check. So you saved the business time. Your effort processing the claim and waiting for the check to come is the missing value in the equation. Also, this is what my business does. We do not accept insurance and we help patients file out-of-network claims. We charge reasonable rates because we don't have to inflate prices for the insurance companies. I used to manage a practice that did zero work with insurance, and this is spot on. We could do some quick eye exams for $40, do contact lens exams for under $100, and sell complete eyeglasses for 60 to 70% off retail. We didn't have anything Luxottica and used only Zeiss lenses. We even gave itemized receipts since most plans allow for reimbursement. Then the owner insisted on taking insurance. In order to get $40 from insurance, we had to double our prices for exams. Frames went up about $50 so we would get paid about the same amount. We also had to hire more people to deal with insurance billing. In the end, we made about the same amount of money, lost a bunch of people who didn't use insurance and gained some that did use insurance. But our operating costs were higher. It was basically a dumb mistake for an established practice to change so drastically. So yeah, vision insurance is a scam and the reason why you have to pay so much for eyewear and exams. Any of those, this is a six-figure side hustle things you see online all the time. I make millions a month and never have to work more than 2 hours a week, so I started a business to show everyone else out of the goodness of my heart. The course is that business. When the gold rush is on, be the guy selling the pics. Those courses that are meant to teach sad lonely dudes to pick up women. Be confident, be hygienic, don't be sexist. Just hopefully saved somebody some money. As an older dude on the dating apps, I get praised constantly just for not being a complete douchenizzle. Not being a total dickhead is seen as one sought after feature on dating apps. My would I go on a date criteria are: didn't send dick pics, didn't start talking about sex, can type in legible sentences, no seriously, didn't even LOL, winky face about sex, that's it. It's really not hard. As a woman who spent a brief time on dating apps, I also praise you women are constantly being barraged by unsolicited dick pics and the things these guys say, and suggest some guys start out good and respectful and seem interested in actually getting to know you, then next thong you know the perv comes out, and the worst part is the things they say if you dare reject them. One guy said he hoped I was raped and murdered by a biker gang because I was busy and didn't respond to him for over an hour. His first angry message came through after 5 minutes with no response, and of course you have the scammers and married guys. to deal with, so anytime we come across a nice respectful guy online, even if there is no connection, we still appreciate the fact you made an attempt to get to know us and respectful and not a perv.